Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I have remembered my microphone. I forgot it earlier. The sun is still exploding outside. If you did not see our Schwenningen Sicilian video from earlier today, it should be about 6 hours. It should be out for already 6 hours when this video comes out. But today we're talking about the accelerated Dragon Sicilian. The Dragon is one of the most popular Sicilians to play. So what happens if you can play it, but faster? So, this is the board of the accelerated dragon. 4 moves. And basically you go for the dragon, but super quickly. You don't commit to anything. So a reminder. What does the dragon Sicilian, how did we get here? Let's go have a look. How did we get here? E4, C5, Sicilian defense. Knight to F3. Knight to C6. This is called the old Sicilian. This particular variation, but it becomes the accelerated dragon after d4, takes, and now you could capture in the center. You could play d6, but you go for the immediate g6, the accelerated dragon Sicilian, and it's the same as the normal dragon. You're going to play bishop to g7, and it comes with the same risks. White now clearly has like a fishhook, a target on the king side, but you're hoping that this kind of quicker play, with the queen coming out, the rook coming out, the knight's already out putting pressure, you're hoping that it's going to pay off. So how would white kind of go about this? Well, they can go for one of the most solid systems, which is c4, which is the Marozzi bind, or Marozzi bind. And you get this with e4, c4. Why can't you play c4 in some other variations of the Sicilian? Because normally the knight's out here, so you have to commit to knight to c3. Because the knight doesn't come to f6 and put pressure on this pawn, you have the luxury of playing c4, followed by... Now there's 2 moves that take up almost 50%. The immediate bishop to g7, which would spark bishop to e3, because you want to keep your knight in the center, you don't want to retreat it, followed by knight to f6 then, and now knight to c3, and this is how the game can go. But it could also go, instead of bishop to g7, the immediate knight to f6, putting pressure, and now knight to c3 is played, and now d6. You can delay bishop to g7 and, start working on getting your other pieces out, getting a bit more of control of the center. You can play e5. d5 is now virtually impossible because that's what the system kind of avoids. And there's a very good game in the Marozzi bind. It is Garry Kasparov versus the world. I'm sure there is a Gotham Chess video about it. I can direct you to that. Maybe I'll make a video about it at some time. But yeah, there was Garry Kasparov versus the world, and this is not exactly the same position, but he played a Marozzi bind, and that really shows you how to play the structure. And yes, so the game can go now. Bishop to e2, knight takes, and then queen takes. Yeah, queen takes. Why is my computer freezing? That's not good. Okay, so my computer's frozen. I'm going to refresh. Oh, no, there it is. No! Okay. No! All my analysis is gone. Okay. So, we're going to quickly run through it now. c4. Bishop to g7, bishop to e3, knight to f6, knight to c3. And then we'll just click castles. And this is kind of what we had earlier, but we also said instead of bishop to g7, this is like doing a quick recap, because I have to redo the annotation in the board. You could play the immediate knight to f6, sparking knight to c3 and d6, and this is a way to play. Then we get bishop to e2, knight takes d4, queen d4, and then bishop to g7, threatening a discovery. You don't have to worry too much about discovery. You can play bishop to e3, at which point black can just play castles, and now queen d2. And this is a position you can get. Move 10, accelerated dragon, and it kind of works the same. So you've got different ideas now of what you want to do, but it's the same general plan. The queen comes out to the queen side. You push some queenside pawns, and you really try to open up this bishop. It's when you have a fianchettoed bishop, it's similar to when you play Catalan or fianchetto setups with white. You want to enhance everything for the bishop. So your play is not for the king side. That bishop's not going to help you on the king side. It needs to be on the queen side. So you're going to hurl these pawns forward to open up targets. Remember, there's a rook there. Sometimes it's worth taking the rook, sometimes it's not. But you're trying to weaken things. This knight can become under very quick fire. Yes, you can castle away. But now, white's not going to go this way. Are they really going to go this way? So they have to go short. And their queenside can fall. You can get very good control of the center. because they've played c4, this square here is a weakness. If you could play e5 and get a knight to there, via some magic. And this is really what the accelerated dragon is all about. A reminder, if you've got to this point in the video and you're worried, I can't remember all these moves, they're in the description down below. Copy paste them into an engine and you will be aces away. Okay, and that's really all there is to the dragon, the accelerated dragon rather. Bishop to g7 is the whole point. Is there anything white can do? Well, you can avoid the dragon, kind of. You cannot play the Sicilian, but there's always a chance. That's the thing. When white goes into an open Sicilian, you always run the risk of going to something that you're not well prepared in. So the easiest way for white to prepare is to prepare one variation, so that would be the Alpin, or the closed Sicilian. My game tomorrow will be in the closed Sicilian. So I would like you to let me know down in the comments down below. Would you like a video on the Alpin Sicilian, on the closed Sicilian? There are some amazing variations in those. Or are you happy to just get into a dogfight with your opponent and have a fight in the Sicilian and play bishop to e3 and invite all this stuff? Tell me in the comments down below. This has been a bit of a shorter video, but I hope it's been impactful. I hope it's taught you a few things about the accelerated dragon, about the Sicilian. The structures do blend together, but it's where's the black bishop? Is it fianchetted on g7? Is it coming out to another square? What are the main types of plans? And that's what you look at in these different structures. The queen side, it's always going to go forward, but are you enhancing a fianchetted bishop? Are you not? Is white committing very quickly to g4, h4, and really going at the king side? Let me know what you think down in the comments down below.